Hi, this is Mr. Cooper at Freehold Township High School. You are currently watching a tutorial on how to use some basic Photoshop functions in order to create our energy drink or power bar project for sports and entertainment marketing. In this tutorial, you will learn how to bring images into Photoshop, manipulate them with some basic tools. We'll teach you a couple of tips and tricks to finish this project. What I've done is I've gone to Google Images and I've searched for, in this case, a blank can. And I like this first one here because it has good defined edges. If I were to select a white can, I may lose some definition and it may cause problems down the road. So I'm going to use this one here. This preview image that you see on Google is actually not a high quality image. This is just a preview. If you were to use this and then blow it up, it may pixelate on you. If you want the high quality image, you have to go to View Image. And from here, now that I have the original image, I'm going to right click and copy it. Once I've copied my image, I'm going to go back to Photoshop and I'm going to use the command Control N or New, and I'm going to open up a new project. I'm going to call it Energy Drink, and then I'm going to hit OK or Enter. And what it's done is it's created a canvas perfectly sized for my image that I just copied. To paste the image, Control V, and voila, there it is. Okay, this is great because it's got nice defined edges. The main tool that we're going to use is our Magic Wand tool. We're going to use this to select the outside. We'll use this to make sure that our image fits our can well later. We'll show you a little bit more in a second. Now, because it's just a blank can, what I want to do is I want to add another image here. I've searched wave. Again, don't use the preview image. Use the original image for highest quality. I'm going to copy it. I'll bring it back into Photoshop. Control V to paste. And what you'll notice is that I now have my image on top of my can, and we are building layers on the right-hand side over here. Okay. If I were to use my Move tool, I can move this around. It doesn't quite fit my can so well, so I'm going to use the transform controls. You'll see these boxes around the image. If you don't see them, you can turn it on up here, show transform controls. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the shape by clicking and dragging. Change the shape of the image so that I completely cover my can. Something along the lines of that. Now I'm going to hit Enter to set the image. And you'll notice that if I turn off this layer, you'll see that it covers up my can. In order to get it to fit the can, what I can do is come back to layer 1. We'll turn off this so you see it. Use my Magic Wand and select outside my can. Come back to layer 2 and then just hit the delete button. And you'll see that I have the outline of my shape. If I hit Control D, it'll unselect or deselect, and then I can start manipulating my blending modes and maybe coming through until I find something that I really like. I often find that overlay is a good option. This is overlay. I think it's a little light. Soft light, hard light. I like hard light. This looks pretty good. But I still have all this stuff on the bottom out here. If I come back to layer 1, I choose my quick selection tool, I can actually select underneath my can, and you can see how it's picking up. Come back to layer 2, hit my delete button, take it off, Control D to deselect, and then that's a pretty cool looking can so far. Okay. If I want to add text to this, there's a text tool here, T, and I've chosen, you can choose any color you want. I chose something in the yellow range just because I think it's going to contrast with my blue and white background. Maybe I call this the Wave Energy. And you'll notice it's a little big. I can come back to my Move tool and shrink it. And shrink it. Bring it back on. Now I don't like it horizontally like that. I'm going to rotate it. So it's vertical. You can actually change your rotation perfectly to 90 degrees here if you'd like. That way it's perfectly vertical. And then fit it somewhere on here, and hit enter to set the image. You'll notice that with text, oftentimes the edges kind of get lost in the image, especially when you don't have strong contrast. In order to combat this, you can double click on your layer to open up your layer style box and then add something called stroke. And what this is going to do is it's going to outline your image. You can give yourself a thick outline, a little bit of a thinner outline. 3 pixels tends to be normal. You can even position it inside, which will give you skinnier letters. Outside is where I like it. Center is kind of somewhere in the middle. I like it on the outside in this case. No, actually I like it on the center. And you just hit OK. What you've done is you've added that effect, stroke. Okay, this is a basic tutorial. It runs through how to use several tools, manipulate your layers, and then use your blending modes here. If you have any questions, please grab me in class. Otherwise, good luck to you. Thanks.